Well, how wonderful. I popped awake at 6:25. Yay. And my normal wake time would be about 7:30. So the time changes today. And the first swallows are here. Let me be quiet, see if you can hear them through the window. It's kind of a high-pitched shrilling with a zzz. So anyway, it's neat when the swallows come back. They're here from about April to October. So yeah, they're here for 6 months, and I guess they go to Africa for 6 months. They fly across the Atlantic. So how's everything going? Isabel's been hanging on. Now people are asking me, hey man, what are you doing? What's your diet? So I translated it into Spanish. I'll go ahead and I can connect it down here in the comments so that in case any of you have any Hispanic friends around the world who speak Spanish, of course, want to give it a whirl. So I pretty much put a disclaimer on there. Look, if you're seeing a doctor taking medicines, you got to deal with that, because I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who kind of figured out how to do it. I'm not even a nutritionist. Again, by trade, no. By knowledge, absolutely. According to Dr. Berry and other doctors who have stated that they only get a couple of weeks of nutrition in school, I would say my knowledge base is greater than most of your allopaths, especially diabetes docs and heart attack docs and stuff, who haven't studied what I know. So we like to try to treat obviously the underlying cause of the symptom instead of just using some kind of chemical to disrupt the body into thinking that, of course, the body knows the cause is not gone, but it can't let you know that you're still ill. And I think that's the double whammy of taking drugs for symptom relief, which is kind of ridiculous to me. I mean, the symptom is actually the body giving you an alarm saying, hey, we got something wrong. So essentially, I mean, if it were dire, I would say just water and beef, for as long as it takes for you to reverse your condition. And I mean, if you're that sick, you're dead anyway, so you may as well, it's almost like, who cares if you're getting nutrition, you're already dying. So it's like one of those things like, here, I'm going to throw you a life ring, man. Yeah, but it's not connected to the boat. Well, we'll get to you. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna send that out. Like I said, I'm gonna make a big Lona, probably 1 meter by 2 meters, of my poofy stage against my not poofy stage, and I may go downtown and preach a little bit and give away these flyers and see if I can get more people on board. I find the day when Big Food and Big Farm get so mad at we ketoers, so to speak, carnivores, ketovores, etc., that they're eventually going to pull the misinformation claim and pull everything off. So you better study what you can while you can. I think I'm still pre-knee. That's a logistics curve of ideas that have come and when to get into them. So the originators say, hey man, and this has been around for about 10 years. All right, I think I started seeing folks talking about this, Dr. Fung and some others, 2010, 2012-ish. And the knee is growing now. This is the knee right here. So I'm probably right about there. So it's really starting to grow. And now it's going to get exponential as more of us talk to more of us, as more of us talk to more of us. I have several older people in the neighborhood saying, man, you're not sick. How did you get so thin? And I tell them, yeah, and I eat everything I want. Right away, they're like, I'm listening. Yeah. Who knew? So, essentially just cut out the sugars, cut out the grains, cut out the seed oils, cut out the refined foods. I'm not going to go so carnivore that I get rid of everything else. I do enjoy some flavors. I love tomatoes. I love onions. I love garlic. I love spices. And again, Mexican food, the real Mexican food, like here where I live, Mexican food, is pretty much you make a salsa, some kind of, it can have chilies, it may not have chilies, it may be something as simple as tomato, onion, garlic, and even coriander, cilantro, right? And you mix that, and then you mix it with your meat and fat source. And they use everything from beef to lamb to ram to, oh, see, this is when I'm supposed to wake up. Yeah, I have an old phone also. Hey, I bought it in 2016. It still works. I use it for a timer and some other things. Why not? Then I think I might get a dumb phone one of these days just to be able to keep in contact with people and get offline. But that as it may. So again, you mix these salsas, you warm in a blender. A blender is almost a must in a Mexican kitchen, unless you have a molcajete, which is a big lava rock bowl, and it's got a pestle. I think it's called the pestle, the mortar, or it's the mortar, pestle. Pestle and mortar. You figure out which one it is, and I don't care, you just do this. You can molcajete your salsas, you can add some chilies, and believe it or not, chilies. Yes, these are all fruits, but the chili is very, very low in carbohydrate, very low, but very high in, say, vitamin C. So again, anything the food needs for you to have, it will possess for you. So if you eat a lot of beef, well, beef doesn't have a lot of vitamin C, but guess what? You don't need vitamin C to process beef. However, if you eat maybe a chili, well, the chili is going to require some vitamin C to process. Well, guess what? It contains it already in the food. And yeah, I've heard of the lectin thing where they're really poisons and they don't want, they don't want the mammals and such. But there's just one small argument with that. Birds, I know we're not birds, but birds, some trees, from what I understand, require the birds to go ahead and eat the fruit and process the seed. Of course, the seed doesn't get digested, and then they distribute the plant. So they use the birds as a distributing force. I guess the old birds to bees thing, birds and the bees. But at the same time, I don't think everything has lectins in it. I think there are some plants that are edible and tolerable. If you can tolerate it, then eat it. If you can't, well, then don't. So, yeah, you're real excited. Again, time change tonight, but I'm already ready for it. Life's good. Don't know what's on tap today for food. Looks like the kids are going out and doing something, so the wife and I are going to go ahead and go somewhere. So, anyway, we'll cut this off here at about 8 minutes, and we'll let you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.